So today we will talk about the weekly facts and which consist of 12th to 18 July. So let's talk about, if we firstly talk about the environment and science and technology facts whatever came in the last week, which consist 12th to 18th June. So first is that the Chhattisgarh government actually reduced the area of the Lemru elephant reserves. Why this area has been reduced? Actually to aim test to reduce the human wildlife conflict. Because of the larger area, more people reside in the habitat, and that lead to the more human wildlife conflict. So with the aim of the reduction in the human wildlife conflict, and it has been done under the section 36A of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, which actually give the consent needed from the central government under the section 36A of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and which is basically aim to protect the wildlife, plants and anything which actually endangered species or whatever. If we talk about the element, then it consists of the Schedule 1, means the highest protection under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, endangered species, and the appendix first in the international union. If we talk about the elephant, where it is find highest in Karnataka, followed by the Assam, means the second last, and followed by the Kerala. Next fact related to the Rajasthan government actually will develop a tiger corridor. Tiger corridor will be developed which will connect the in the Rajasthan Ramgarh, Ranthambore and Mukundra hills. Tiger reserves will be connected under this, and that corridor will be developed in the Rajasthan. Remember that these three, all the tiger reserves is in the Rajasthan itself. If you talk about tiger, then it consists of the Schedule 1 endangered species and under the protection of Appendix 1, and highest in the Madhya Pradesh, followed by the Uttarakhand, and then followed by the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Means the largest population found in the Madhya Pradesh, after that Uttarakhand, Karnataka and then the Tamil Nadu. Another very important related to the science and technology, that 6% actually crew on the Space Virgin Galactic VSS Unity spaceship. It is released from the, and you have heard the very famous name Bradson is recently in the news. And one of the most important thing that in that this Sirsa Bandala actually an Indian origin girl is going to space, which is a third girl which is going to space just after the Kalpana Chawla and the Sunita Williams. So this is the main important point. So why this Unity spaceship actually going to space? And it is actually going to this area, edge of space, also known as the suborbital flight. And what is the main job of this spaceship actually, which is helpful for the microgravity research? What is the do we mean by the microgravity research? A kind of to find actually to weightless object. It will helpful to how to weightless object can move in the space. This is the main job of this Space Virgin Galactic VSS Unit spaceship. Remember that this person named Sirsa Bandala, which is an Indian origin girl, going to space just after the Kalpana Chawla and Sunita Williams. Next fact related to the economics, which came in the last week. Remember that actually inflation is in the news very frequently, and wholesale price inflation, means you can say in that, which has been in June 12.7%, which has this slightly decreased in the May. So what is the wholesale price index? Actually it judges the inflation, what is the how actually prices of goods is rising. Retail inflation, which is based on the CPI, means the consumer price index, means what we are buying, that retail as an individual what we are buying, and then dot cost, what is the inflation, means how prices are rising, are 6.3%, and which actually increase the benchmark of 6% upper limit, upper tolerance limit of RBI actually for the inflation targeting. Another is the food inflation. In April, if we talk about, it was 2%, and in June it has been increased to 5%. Another is in this the manufacturing output. If you want to know more detail about the inflation, wholesale price index, CPI and monetary policy committee, then you can watch my video and link in the description. Manufacturing output 9.5% this year, and electricity production actually fell by 7%. So this is what is the first data. Another is very important, that the RBI actually launched the retail direct scheme. What is the main aim of the retail direct scheme? Actually what is happening, that in the market, those are the companies actually investing in the government security, and that investment is around the 5 crore or more. So actually to give the direct retail means as an individual, you and I can invest in directly in the government security. So direct access in the government security has been provided through this retail direct scheme and launched by the RBI. This is the main aim of RBI. For more detail, you can watch my video, link in the description. Another is very important that RBI actually bans the Visa and MasterCard for issuing new cards. Why this ban has been going on by the RBI? Actually violated the RBI circular on storage of payment system data, actually and popularly known as the data diktat. What happened that on April 6, 2018, a circular released by RBI in which the storage of payment system data also known as data diktat, actually said that whatever is the related to the payment should be stored in India only, and these are the foreign operating country and transfer the data to the foreign nations, and that's why this has been violated this circular, and that's why bans has been take place for Visa and MasterCard for issuing new card. Although whatever is the MasterCard and Visa before this ban, and this is operating from July 22. So whatever is the Visa and MasterCard before you, there is no need to worry. You can use that Visa and MasterCard. So there is no need to worry. Remember that as I have told you, and on the basis of this similar provision, actually RBI banned the also American Express and the Diners Club on the same provision for violating the 2018 circular. Next fact related to India and China relation. Actually, India trade with the China rose by the 62.7%. So remember that India's trade with China only. We are not talking about with other countries, only with the China. And two-way trade actually worth the $57.48 billion. And India's exports actually to China. Remember that we are talking from the January to June only, and not of the whole or previous year. And India's export to China 69.6% has been increased, worth $14.72 billion, and export actually increases the iron ore, cotton and other raw materials which is provided to China or needed to China. Another is the India's imports. If we talk about, then there is an increase in the 60.4%, worth $14.76 billion, and which include the basically the pharmaceutical sector, especially the medicinal plants. As you know, there is a active ingredients actually came from the China, which is more cheaper as compared to other countries, and that's why medicinal or pharmaceutical sector actually consists of imports. And this data came from the China General Administration on Custom, and this is related to only China. If you talk about India as a whole, then June exports has been increased to 32% in June and worth $49.85 billion, and imports actually increased 24% and worth actually $52.18 billion. Let's talk about some other facts which is beyond the environment and science and technology and other facts. So first is as you know, recently Uttar Pradesh actually launched the new population policy with an aim to control the population, and which is the average population in today in UP. If we talk about, then the 2.7 means per women giving a child of 2.7. So what is the aim of through the new population policy? So to decrease the total fertility rate from 2.7 to 2.1 by 2026 and 1.7 by 2030. What do you mean? Means a women if giving the more than 2 child, or let's say up to 3 child. So now they are presently giving the 2.7 child. So the aim of the UP government through the new population policy to decrease means up to 2, means every woman now will give the 2 child, and up to 2030 it will give 1.7, means below the 2. Another, what is the aim of the UP government actually launched the new population policy, actually use in the modern contraception, mean contraceptive devices should be increased, which will automatically reduce the fertility rate. So currently the modern contraception has been used by the 13.1%. So aim of the UP government to increase 45% by 2026 and now 52% by 2030. Another is the male contraception, which is a very frequent, and male contraception has been increased and presently only 10.1%, and aim to increase it up to 15.1%. And this is the one of the lack of male contraception is one of the reason actually producing the total fertility or increasing the total fertility rate. Another is the decrease the maternal mortality rate. Firstly, you need to understand the what is the mortality rate, and then we will talk about the maternal mortality and infant mortality. Mortality, simply you can say the death or a death of a child basically, or death of a mother or anyone is known as the mortality. So maternal mortality means a imminent danger to the mother during the pregnancy. Suppose if the woman is pregnant and that the danger to the life to the mother, so that is known as the maternal mortality rate. Remember that it is calculated with every 1 lakh, means every 1 lakh then 197 actually pregnant women dying per lakh today in UP. So aim of the UP government to decrease the maternal mortality rate from 197 to 150 by 2026, means during pregnancy per live. During pregnancy actually per women only die 150 by 2026, rather 197, and by 2030 98. So this is the aim of the UP government through this new population. Another is the decrease the infant mortality. Infant, here is the danger to the mother, here is the danger to the child. Even without celebrating his first birthday, means the under 1 age, there is a death of child is causing. Remember that it is actually calculated with the per thousand. Here is the per lakh and here is the infant mortality per thousand. So now the in the 1,000 children under 1 age, 43 is dying. Aim of the UP government actually to decrease it up to the 32 by 2026 and 2022 by 2030. Another is under 5 mortality rate, means the under 5 age of children under 5. So now currently dying 47, and aim of the UP government to decrease 35 to 2026 and 25 to 2030. So this is the UP government new population policy all about. The summary you can say. So it is not only to actually decrease or increase the fertility rate, but also there are some other measures. Although there are other controversies related to the new population policy. As you know, recently the National Family Health Survey 5 came, which actually clearly showing that now fertility rate is continuously decreasing, and many experts is saying that population is stable. Then why there is a need to the new population policy? It can threaten or even take away the autonomy of women. So this is the controversy related to the new population policy, although this is the aim of the UP government. Another facts related to the education, actually the Ministry of Education data. Recently a data came, actually the unified system, something like that, in which the data came from the Ministry of Education, said that out of 4 teachers, only 1 teacher is trained to teach through computers. So this is in the COVID-19, as you know, more and more teachers is able to, now they have to teach actually through the mobiles or either through the computer. So this is the data which clearly showing that only 4 out of 4 teachers, means if there are the 4 teachers, then out of this only 1 teachers are trained to use the computer or able to teach through computers. Another, if you talk about the Gujarat, then the highest, the 57% teachers are able to teach through computers. If you compare with the Madhya Pradesh, then and only the 9% teachers are able to teach through computers. 15% teachers are trained in government actually to teach in through the computers, which is lower than the private schools. Another is important, the people teacher ratio, means the how many teachers are per student is available. Then the ideally what should be the criteria, that if there is a 30 student, then on 30 student there should be 1 teacher according to the Ministry of Education. If we talk about in the higher secondary, then this is not following, and per student 40 per student, then there is only 1 teacher. And if you talk about the Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand and Odisha, then 1 teacher per 50 students. So this is the all about the data comes from the Ministry of Education. Another very important you need to remember that the China introduced the carbon trading scheme. So you need to remember that carbon trading scheme sometimes seen in the news, or who launched the carbon trading, then you should know that is the China, with the aim of to carbon neutral by the 2060. Another is the Bhim UPI. As you know, whatever we are using by through the Paytm or Bhim UPI, unified payment interface, actually launched in the Bhutan. Actually, Bhutan is the second country actually in the merchant areas, means whatever we are buying after the Singapore, where the Bhim UPI has been launched. And although RuPay card, which we are using today, actually has been already launched in the many countries, at least around 3 countries: Bhutan, Singapore, and one other. Next fact related to environment, which I forget to tell you in the environment section, that is the first cryptogamic garden inaugurated in the Dehradun, Uttarakhand. What is the job of this cryptogamic garden? Remember that it is India's first. It actually to preserve the lichens, ferns and fungi, which is actually known as the cryptogram. So this is the cryptogamic garden job, is to preserve the lichens, ferns and fungi. So that's why this Dehradun and launched in the Dehradun and Uttarakhand. Another is the actually National Ayush Mission will be extended up to the 2026 by the Ministry of Ayush, actually to improve in the Ayush sector or Ayurveda sector. So for more detail you can watch my video, link in the description. Another is the Faster. Faster is a kind of electronic device, actually fast and secure transmission of electronic record. It has been introduced by the Supreme Court of India. Why the Supreme Court introduced this? Actually to give the bail and other orders directly to the jail authorities. What is the, how actually instantly, directly, securely and electronically transmit actually the bail and other orders will be provided. Why this has been launched? Because as you know, bail orders will be provided by the High Courts and as well as the Supreme Court. But the delay in the releasing of the prisoner is the main concern for the Supreme Court. Delay after the 1 day or 2 days. So what Supreme Court said that in the fast electronic data and India as an industrial revolution for, and still a delay in the release of prisoner even given bail by the Supreme Court. And that's why Faster scheme launched by the Supreme Court of India, actually to give the bail orders and others orders directly to the jail authorities. So this is the main job. Another is the Neighborhood Driver, NB Driver, actually an artificial intelligence tool for use in analyzing the cancer causing mutations in cells. So you need to remember that this is the Neighborhood Driver, or short form of the NB Driver, artificial intelligence tool for cancer causing mutations in cells. So basically to cure the what are the causes which are producing the cancers in the cell. So this is the main job of the NB Driver. You need to remember here is the acronym as well. Faster acronym you need to remember here. Another two facts related to the actually Build Back Better initiative taken by the G7, actually to provide the infrastructure in the developing and lower income countries. So this is the actually it is a counter to the China Belt and Road Initiative. Another is the Fit for 55 is launched by the European Union actually to improve in the nationally determined contribution or achieve a target of nationally determined contribution which has been given by a specific countries. Let's say India has also its nationally determined contribution given in the Paris climate in 2014. So this is all about the weekly facts which consist of 12th to 18th July. Thank you guys. Hope you will like this video. You should subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.